Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about call by references. So far we learned how to call a function by value, and we learned about the details. We did some coding exercises with respect to that. Today we're going to move on and focus on call by reference. So there are two main way to call a function. So the first one was call by value. Now we're going to focus on call by reference. So what a call by reference is. So in a call by reference, instead of passing a copy of the value, a function receives the reference or the memory address, let's say, of the variable. So this means that any changes made to the parameter inside the function directly affect the original value. Why? Because it's not receiving a copy of it, but its reference, which is the memory address. So it is going to directly manipulate and modify the original value. So when a function called, instead of creating a copy of the argument, the function works directly with the original value in call by reference. So let's learn it with an example. So here we're going to write a program that swaps two numbers using call by reference. So it wants us to define a function that swaps the value of two variables and call the function from the main function and show the values are swapped. Previously, we solved this program already with the call by value. There, only the numbers that were swapped in the function, they were locally changed, but in the main function, they didn't change. However, they are going to be changed here because we're calling them by reference. So basically, to do so, we know that we need to have two numbers and a function to do the swap for us. So here is our int main function, and here is another function that we have, the swap function. It's a void function, and the arguments of this function are two parameters. There are two arguments, let's say, and both of them are having integer data type. And so previously we were just writing down int a or int b. Now we are having this reference sign here, the and sign. So this and sign is for the call by reference. So this and sign means that go and check the address of where this argument is stored. Again, here this and sign means that go and check where the address of this B is and where it is stored. Let's dive in. So we initialize and declare two integers here, num1 and num2. The first one is 5 and the second one is 10. And we print the value of these two numbers, saying that before swapping, num1 equals 5 and num2 equals 10. Then we are going to call this swap numbers function, which is this one, and we are passing these two arguments, these two input values. So by passing these two arguments, the program, while being executed, will go and starts from here, which is the function. Okay. So when it goes here, because the function is defined in a way to go and check the reference, it's going to uh, check where the variable is initially and originally stored in the memory. Therefore, it is going to directly work with that. So this is why we call it call by reference, because it's going to check the reference and original place where the variable is storing. However, just note that when we are calling by reference, here nothing changes. It is exactly similar to the call by value. The change is only these two ands. Okay. Then to do the swap, we define a new integer. We put the value of a into temp. So let me go through the analyzing of code like before. It would be easier for you to understand. So here we are having this, something like this. So temp is empty in the beginning. So the value of A is assigned to temp. So A is 5 because it's the A is the first argument, and here the first argument is num1 and the num1 equals 5. So A is assigned to temp, so 5 is assigned to temp. Then B is assigned to A, so A equals 10. Why 10? Because B is the second argument, and here the second argument is num2, and num2 equals 10. So 10 is assigned to A. And finally, temp is assigned to B. So temp was 5, and now 10 was assigned to B. So we did the swap using these three lines. Initially, A was 5, B was 10, but now after swapping, A is 10 and B is 5. So done. We swapped the numbers. So when the function is finished here, this line of code is executed. So the program goes to this line where it is printing after swapping. So num1 equals, we print the value of num1 again, and we print the value of num2 again. So let's run and see how it works, and we're going to analyze the code once more. Okay, so here we see that the code is initializing these two variables, then it is printing before swapping num1 equals 5, num2 equals 10, so num1 equals 5, which is true, and num2 equals 10, which is again true because they were initialized just like two lines above. Then it is going to call this function. This function is going to swap these two values. However, because it's a call by reference using these two and signs, we know that if there is a change, it is going to impact these two numbers because it's a call by reference. So the swap procedure is done here. So this line is executed. Then the program is going to line 19. So, and it is printing after swapping num1 equals 10 and num2 equals 5. So we see that using call by reference, whatever we do, even locally in this function, since it's a call by reference, it's going to impact the original value of the numbers even in the int main function. So something to keep that in mind. So if I remove these two and, it will become like a call by value. So the the values are not going to change. So let's try them here. So you can see. Okay, as you see here, I removed the and sign here and the and sign here. So this is not a call by reference anymore. This is a call by value. So in this case, when a call by value is done, the program is executed like this. So it is printing 5 and 10 using this line, which is the original value. Then it is going to call this function. This function is doing the swap, and then when the function is finished, it is going to print again the values of num1 and num2. However, the values of num1 and num2 are exactly the same initial values because it's not a call by reference and it's a call by value. So in a call by value, we learned that we are not going to modify the original value but a copy of the value. So this is why we call it call by value. However, in a call by reference, we are giving the address where these two variables are stored. Therefore, the function is going to directly go there, find them, find the reference, and directly work with the original values. So I made it like to be call by reference again by adding these two ands. And we see here the first number is 5 and 10, it is printed, then the function is called, and then when we are printing again the num1 and num2, the values have swapped. So this is important to know the differences between the call by value and call by reference, but because in different there are two different and separated things, and in programming, as per our need, we need to choose from either of them depending on what the goal of our program is. So keep that in mind, keep practicing, and try to play with call by reference and call by value by solving the exercises that I provided in different videos so you can master it. Thanks for watching.